Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Knights will kick it away first. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding a soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Snags it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Unloads it left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's reeled in, it's Knight. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
This time they'll go to the running game. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Caught near the sticks. It's Irvin. Oh, it's out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, UCF 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Bryant. Lofts one high and deep. And his first pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Makes a connection. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They knock him down right there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, he's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that diving catch.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They move the tight end all over. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Hey, now, if I'm a defense, I'm so excited because they know they can't run the football. They got to use a little bit of trickeration. They got to do something different because they know they can't man up and run it right at me. They know I'm too good. So, defense, let's go.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down. He lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Got his man quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got time. They've got the lead. And, David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's looking for a man on second down. Feeling some heat. That's caught. It's Irvin. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. DBs will try to keep everything in front. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the... Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Smashes through the tackle. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Buying some time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After misfiring, it's second down. To throw, it's Bryant. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking left. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Knights decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Now on second down. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling your rhythm, when you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the Tigers will move the sticks.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top.
Heading to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Shakes off the tackler. Gets it past the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense showing heavy. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile, and you stuff them on 1st down, and 2nd down, they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but That's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking downfield, it's Bryant. They're trying to get to it.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Number 19, on to kick it away. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 38, UCF 7.
The Knights will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Knights send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be dragged down. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, Baddick.
Gonna let it fly. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. First down here from the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to run it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Looking for a deep man. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to.
He's going up top. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Oh, and he missed it. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
UCF 13.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Clemson offense will take over. First and 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, UCF.
What a great return. The home crowd needed something to rally around. You're down. You needed a spark. You needed to make a big play. And the punt returner says, I got this. Great job following his blocks, making the big play, turning this crowd upside down.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bar. They're trailing by 17 to Indiana. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's got his man. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. He uncorks one deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Second down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. You continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
The Knights get enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense says thank you very much for the free 5 yards, 1st and 5. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back.
And the ball is picked off. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, and makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Back to throw, it's Bryant. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Afterburner's coming. 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corner's going to give them room. Going up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Knights.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And we're going to wrap this one up with the PAT. And the kicker's probably happy to score a point, but the team didn't score enough as this one is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.